Okay, I'm really hoping I remembered everything I needed to do before stream this time. I think I remembered everything, but God knows. Anyway. Let me just adjust the chair. There we go. And immediately sit with awful posture. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're just going to continue with Disco Elysium. We didn't actually make much progress last time because I got caught up reading all the flavor text and bullshit. Let's go. And where's my volume control? This shit is loud for me. Let me turn my monitor down. There we go. Okay. We're gonna speak to this woman about her greenhouse back there. Specifically while she's working in a greenhouse
Hello
when it's like
again,
the end of
officer.
winter.
How are things?
Yeah, there we go.
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Damn it, Trump. Damn it, drama. Visual calculus, let's go. Squint your eyes and look at her intently.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
What do I see? The entrance to the yard, the plaza, a traffic jam. The plaza?
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbour gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, she's from the Union. She's watching us because they don't like police. Do we confront her with that information or do we keep it to ourselves? Let's keep it to ourselves.
Glad to have been of service. Now you know, the locals are keeping tabs on you.
Okay. Street sign reads, fuck the police. Yeah. Okay, apparently we just leveled up. Did we just level up? Ah, yes, we did. So we can assign skill point to something. Oh, I see. The higher level we get in various things, the more it's going to take to level it up. It's like Encyclopedia, we're already level 7, so it's going to take like 6 skill points to level it up. Naruhodo. What's volition? Ability to keep your shit together? That seems good. Authority, intimidate the public. Suggestion. Let's drop a point into volition. Let's take a closer look at volition, actually. Cool for sane people, well-adjusted cops, the non-suicidal. Volition urges you to be a good guy to others and to yourself. It enables you to resist temptation, be it in a bottle, between a pair of legs, or at the end of an iron barrel, which promises oblivion. Volition gives you the will to finish the investigation, improving your morale, one of the 2 health pools in the game. At high levels, Volition makes you hyper-sane. When you're about to get funky, it keeps you normal. It's a bit of a party pooper. At low levels, however, you'll have low morale. Without it, you'll be profoundly unstable cop, falling apart at the seams as you make irreversible mistakes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that because last time we failed to like convince a kid of something and like straight up took a shot to our morale. So seems like a good idea to keep that up. What is... Oh, there we go, we finished that quest to speak to the gardener. We were going to use the radio to call shit in, weren't we?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something.
Mm-hmm.
The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Oh, anybody who's new to this game, we have woken with amnesia. Self-induced through alcohol, but amnesia nonetheless. Full-on retrograde amnesia.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Just run a serial number from a pair of armored boots for me. No, connect me to the 41st precinct first.
Just a second, officer.
Ten 2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, station 41, I've got an urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, over.
My badge can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Say nothing.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Oh, name's Dick Mullen. What a shitty detective name. I love it.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh.
Dick
not our
Mullen
name.
is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Oh.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Hmm.
Ten 4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room roars with laughter.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I lost my gun as well. Fuck. Okay, let's just shut. I don't have my gun?
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Do we try to convince him that we didn't lose the gun, or do we say nothing? Ooh. Let's try and convince him that we didn't lose the gun.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth, and then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
Oh, why is my phone buzzing? That's something I forgot to do, which was turn my fucking phone to silent. Let's look at the notifications quickly. Okay, and turn that shit to silent.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
New task, track down your gun. Do we just fucking tell him? Ooh. Listen, I've actually lost my gun too.
10-4, I know I already wrote it in a report, but it will stay on my desk for a few days. Over.
Ah, okay, so this dude figured that shit out for us. Yeah, there's some personal details I'd like to discuss, like who the fuck I am.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
Okay, what's there to
You're
think
going
about?
to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
Thanks, Reddy.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Yeah, are you alone in the room?
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
What should I've got my badge description writing report? Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth?
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Please refer to me on my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Please stop calling me sir and just use my real goddamn name, will you?
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Okay, let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
And I need financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but
What does he want now?
he's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Okay, I hear no
Anything
funds.
else, sir? Over.
10-10. Over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Okay, pick up the radio
This
again.
is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You want to say what I'm from here armored boots for
Sir,
me?
officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50 100 1000, the make and model of the armor is Fairweather T500V.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isoleri law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
A lot of the shit that Encyclopedia just said makes no fucking sense to me, but okay. Let's see. Wait. Is my mouse showing up on the capture? A moment. It is not. Fuck, let me fix that quickly. Capture cursor. Okay. There we go. She's connected to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is her number, officer?
Didn't God give you Sylvie's... Yeah, Kim, didn't God give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Wait patiently.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
He's calling up some questions for you about your last days at work.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Yeah, didn't the corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the corpse.
I meant us should call the police.
No one calls the police. The union would get angry.
What do you mean by
You
that?
know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Yo, Digi. Hey. It's going good. How you doing? Tell me why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us? Push on.
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
What others?
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
What? No, my mic isn't muted. Wait, can anybody hear me? Fuck. Let me test this. No, I can hear myself in the preview. Okay, yeah. What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally.
Anyway, how's it going, Digi? Thanks for stopping by.
Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
We get this straight to ignore the law to save your own skin.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
Do we keep going? It's a little late for tears, is it? Should have used them to summon the police earlier. Fuck it, let's go.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she almost drowns in static.
Okay, now do you know who made that call?
No. I honestly don't know.
Oh, no.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay, next question.
Okay.
You quit your job at the whirling. Why?
You mean why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Yeah, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Okay, did you leave because of God?
What? No, why would you even think that?
You told me to ask Josh. Are you saying it didn't happen?
Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business.
God, why can't you just mind your own business? She mutters.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
You see my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
When did you first learn I'm a police officer?
You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and so does your badge. I don't need to hear about it anymore.
My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Huh. Kim doesn't have a uniform.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
You see my policeman uniform.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
I see. And have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
I showed you my gun. When did this
You were
happen?
trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
And what? What did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
This guy's fucking life is in the shitter. I love it.
Oh, those again. I have been trying to wean you off them.
Off of what,
You know,
drama?
When you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brains out, off of that, people don't like that.
Jesus.
I remember this. You were screaming things like, My brains are all over the wall, painting them red. I won't be seeing it, cause these are my brains. I can't see without my brains. Very nice visuals there.
Okay, yes, but what happens to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big butts cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
Jesus.
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
I got everything I need, thanks.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Why does she seem angry with?
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags.
Yo,
When she
Kika!
was still working there.
Thanks for the follow. Leave you my 69th follow. Yeah, welcome. Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the Skua thing happened. Just made me want to quit.
What Skua thing?
The stuffed bird, the great Skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Bitch bird got what was coming to. Yeah, that sounds like me.
Didn't seem like you had fun doing it, though.
So you're telling me I was the one who made you want to quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
Go on, I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Hold on, which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Right, was that all?
Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too.
Sounds intense.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Wait, police documents?
The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
Yeah, what happened to them?
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
Resentment gives way to concern in her voice.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
See, okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
I'm sorry.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
Thank you for talking with me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Anyway, let's press the button labeled save.
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Fellatio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM. bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted the prime line, right?
Speed Freaks FM, huh? Look him in the eye.
Oh,
It is a detective
is
game.
that what it was called?
Except we're a fucking burnout detective alcoholic that's in a fucking downward spiral in his life. It's great.
go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Right, you don't want to get into this, no problem.
Nothing to get into, really. But sure, let's focus on the important things.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect it to someone?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
We're done, yeah. Right, what does... who made the call reporting the crime? We still don't know. Track down your badge and your gun. Pay for the damages. Run a number on the victim's armor. Okay. Who's this?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
Just keep listening.
From another planet. Hey there.
What's going on
It's
here?
the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
What is the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak. Or he just likes unusual words. Or both.
I dig your style, man.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Ask for his conclusion.
Your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Tell me more about the
It's
strike.
like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Maybe I should go on strike.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
No, your mother.
I don't think you understand how that joke goes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Yeah, they do be cutie nuts. What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
I see.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
I see. All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Cam, your nurse. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
What can I see in his eyes?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Hey Tommy, spill the beans. What's the trouble in you?
Man, nothing's troubling me. Just the usual Lorman tropes and hopes. The road and the rhymes. This jam ain't helping either.
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn, it really is hard to talk, man to man.
What are you holding anyway?
High-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Wicked, I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
What? Could I get one of those tracksuits?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
So nothing illegal.
Not
though.
unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
And that's your machine?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Is that a phone A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
Right, I had another
The
question.
man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
We're gonna ask a random stranger for money. Care to spare some change?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
They who?
The bosses, man.
I don't know who these bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved 4 myself.
Good for now, good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay, now what?
Yes?
Oh wait, does time actually pass in this game? We totally have a clock and it has been passing, has it not? Huh. Nothing. What's this? Noise. Pavement's cracked.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench
Yeah,
do
George
not
stuck.
look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when...
I see. So we can wait there. What do we got here? Tire tracks leading onto the roof. Slush in the rain has almost washed them off. Okay. Why does this look like a giant bonsai? Ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Looks a bit like an acacia. Wait, these are acacias. It's weird for a place where it snows. Who are these guys?
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hard René first.
Okay, René, what's up?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration.
Oh, they're playing balls.
You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Alright, I got this 4 times.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're
Grab the one
way
shot style.
past their prime. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work.
Taking the
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
Feel the
The
ball.
cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Let go, be the ball. I don't think I was supposed to go into the river.
Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit. It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem?
Not weak triceps, that's for
I
sure.
don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
I'm sensing anger and I don't understand why.
Vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 bull.
Thought it was shot put.
Well, it damn well isn't. It's petanque. You ruined a petanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull!
Okay, I'll try and fix this.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Yes, why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder. You never know. He might know something. This is a good vantage point.
You know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of Whirling Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
What about policewomen?
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
Cool, enjoy, Kika. Thanks for the look. Try to avoid voicing opinions on controversial matters, let's just drop it. There are no duties RCM woman couldn't carry out.
But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. Don't you, officer?
Yeah,
no
I guess.
reason to even feel bad about that. It's just the way of the animal kingdom.
Seems to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's created left artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Wait, who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
I should have chosen a place away from people and buildings.
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Deathblow sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on, the coalition?
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Is that why everything's so bombed out?
Damn right, son. They let the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Foreign powers cleaned up a mess and now they rule us. Shake your head in shame. Let's go
I'm
with that.
sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Mentioned Guillaume?
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
And who was this Frissel?
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
What exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Composure's legendary. What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud?
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Thank you for your time. Okay, now let's speak to what's his face here.
I have really
Gaston.
held down myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Looks delicious. Can I have a bite of that?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Cool. See a digit?
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder. Well made and abundant in components. The author sure knew their craft. In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking from below. And is that mayonnaise?
Okay, I'm not that hungry anyway.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You must have other business then?
Tell me what you know about the dead man.
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Must have heard something.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
How do you know Evrard?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Are you a union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debardeurs all know me.
In many ways?
Oh, yes.
So you're not an actual member?
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the Union, and now the illusion is disintegrating before your and Rene's eyes. He doesn't know anything, because no one tells him anything. He's an outsider.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Vezavane. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate this socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What are the little things you do for Evrard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for him?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I have these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Thanks, that's all for now.
No, thank you.
Bye for now. Spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. Place the lost ball. There we go. When operated gear has been banged up and operable. Since fall of seabirds. It's this yellow plastic bag. Clicked. To collect tar from the street. Huh. What? Okay, I guess we're holding this now. So yeah, plastic tar. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break to refill my drink. I'm gonna quickly run an ad while I'm doing that. Be right back. Oh, of course, I've got to mute my mic. Okay, well, I'm back. Oh. Old cabinet? That's a long way from home. Alright. What is this? It's better bullet holes lying in the wall. Battery's broken. Broken window. Tip says Windows.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onug written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards. That's Kuno on the lens.
Of course it's Kuno. Shift to focus to
Under the
background.
graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the Star of Pericanasis, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericanasian Church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. Around the large wooden building you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent set up on the ice. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Probably some kids.
A simple but clever solution to ruin in a coin-operated viewer. It took ingenuity.
Let's leave. What we got here? Last time. Oh, is that just trash? Is that what that means? Why are we collecting it? Okay, well, I suppose I'm collecting it anyway.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's the tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick. We got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Eva Claire, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Cool, that dig organized ground was
That's
the best.
odd. I could swear you were a police officer.
What's it? To roundabout north. And what's Cape Side Apartments, Martinez Pier. The cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. Oh, these books. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. This is a book about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about boyadero culture promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
I am the law. Hi.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this
It's
anyway?
a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Books? Postcards? Easy. Even a kid would know all of this.
Feels inappropriate to lecture this
Don't
girl.
be a fool. As an expert, it's your duty to tell what you know to everyone.
Yeah, no, I already made up my
Sir,
mind.
are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
Is it okay if I ask you some
Okay,
questions?
sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
You're just standing out here in the cold because?
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
Wait, shouldn't you be at school or
I
something?
do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school anyway?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
Isn't going to school more
Mum
important
says
than
it's
this?
necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Bankrupt.
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
I don't think curses
They
are real.
shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses.
They're not doing much more. They should learn
Of
from their
course, sir.
mistakes. What is this crime
Crime
business?
fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
The game's going slowly. We do a lot of talking in this game. What would anyone want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
We're kind of like interrogating this girl about books, apparently. Because her mother owns the bookstore here. I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
And what does a cop look like
Didn't
then?
mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Such a body that's important in police work anyway. It's your point to your head.
Head? Yes.
No, your mind. Not head, child. Heads.
Flexibility. Yeah, no, that's a Quicksilver mind. The smelling guy looks like. Yeah. Smelling guy looks like he's 4 hours just coming up with a single idea.
No, he's wicked smart in the stories.
I was trying to set it up for like some free sound alerts as well, but for some reason it wouldn't let me add the component. Could have tried that again later. Sure, when the author does all the thinking for him, real policemen have to think and act on their own.
Like you, sir. Of course. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Composure challenging 12. Okay, I'm gonna do something now. Let's go.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
Don't need to worry, I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
Bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
There are a few other hints.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
But more, I bet I could figure out why you bite your nails. Got a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Oh, Kara! Whoa, Jesus! Fuck! Thank you for the raid, Kara. God, 21. Okay, hello. Let me get... shout out Arrow. Ooh, welcome. I am Vincent Staunton. Welcome to my detective agency. I'm still just a PNG, so I haven't really got my law and everything sorted out. Yeah, I'm a private detective. Investigate all sorts of mysteries. For instance, why a zombie necromancer might be streaming on Twitch seems weird, but eh. And we're playing Disco Elysium, which is about a down-and-out detective whose life is in a spiral and we're solving a murder, apparently. And we're currently interrogating this little girl about books. For no reason. Yes, thank you for the raid, Kara. Oh, and thank you for the follows, Ashvale and Wolfie. Thank you, welcome in. Are you upset because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you?
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in town.
It's okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You think so? Fine, do better. To do something about me.
You're quite sober.
so she steps
The
back quickly.
lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single
Hey,
bit.
Mecca.
He
Micha.
is intensely not
I
flinching.
don't pronounce your name.
It takes effort.
Yes, hey. Wait, how do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
I'm having a
I
grand
sure
time.
hope you are, sir.
Mika. Oh, okay. Yeah, how's it, Mika? Thanks for stopping by. I see we came in with the raid.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
Huh?
There's something you're missing.
Oof. A low check, but it's a white check, so let's try.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Oh, Mila, how's it? Oh, I'm doing pretty well. Just having a bit of fun here with our man, Mr. So Drunk he doesn't remember his name or anything else about himself. Finding out our main character's name should probably... We still haven't done that. I've just realized. Yeah, good to hear you're doing well. Who are these famous people?
Kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does
But
it?
it does make the famous people more famous.
Name sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one
Why
day.
would they do that, sir?
Because I'll be a superstar cop, god damn it, and papers and everything. That'll show him.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
Okay, see you around. Yeah, I know. I love the idea that a super cop, like the book cover, would be them standing over a person they've just murdered. Also, hi, Renessa. Oh yeah, no, we got so drunk that we lost our gun and our badge. We're definitely not responsible enough to be using a gun. Old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Wirral? Look through the pile of Wirral-related items.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and
Oh god, it's
codices litter
D&D.
the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Renessa. Thank you, and welcome in. Yeah, it appears to be alternate universe D&D. Oh, fuck, and thank you for the sub as well. Thank you so much.
There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Catawak, Boreal
Yes, enjoy your
Creature
emotes.
Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
Give me one moment. My cat is screaming at my door. I need to let her in. Sorry about that. And yes, that emote's amazing. I love it.
Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that really catches my
There's
eye?
a box that says Wirral 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 real. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
Stalky, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir.
Thank.
Viticulturist is a classic
You have a good
for
sleep,
sure.
Kara.
Or perhaps
Thanks for the
like
raid again.
Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
Oh, shut up. I forgot to ask how the art went. Did you get past Grim, or did you just do that one? But yeah, it's also goodbye.
Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Okay, good night, Mika. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. Oh, and thank you for the follow. I don't feel as if I have any kids.
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
Suzerain, yeah, apparently that's what the kings are called in this world. Is that an actual is that like a word from an actual language, or is it made up one? I actually don't know. What about these Wirral things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it.
I think I saw that on a YouTube thing once. I actually mentioned it, but I remember nothing about it. That's interesting.
I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have
Oh
rituals
god, it is D&D.
where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them though.
Okay, let's speak to this woman.
Welcome to Crime, Romance and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Oh, that's the name of the bookstore. That's a boring ass bookstore name. Crime, Romance and Biographies of Famous People.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Do we start off by immediately asking her for money? No. So are you the owner of this store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
I mean, look at our portrait. Yeah, I know you can't see our portrait. One moment. Let me. Games crew. There we go. Take a look at our portrait there. Do we not exude wonderful energy? Yo, Marika. Welcome, welcome. I think I've actually blasted past 69 followers. Ah, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yeah.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you
Oh,
to buy
God.
books after talking with her?
God damn it. I'm not going to grade a human being.
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
10. She's very polite and
My
helpful.
precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as Mayonette.
God, I hate this woman already. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. I get she's a trooper, alright. She looks like she can take it, but it's actually wearing her down. You know, she's been biting her nails.
God, I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
I think this is like the first time Kim's actually pitched in about something like this. What you're doing is wrong, even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. Well, that is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter. Actually, it's all super alright for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything. Yeah, maybe make an exception for your daughter.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh, I love that.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
Huh. Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Grand Couronne? What's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
And there go the dogs. I'll close this window.
Super silent, almost inaudibly so.
Yeah. Yeah, that... Yeah, I'd call him a deadbeat. That sounds about right. Except I can't tell if he's actually financially supporting them in any way. Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
Yeah, indeed. Can't even have one child. Shelby doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
The moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
Right, I had something else in mind.
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
What if I want to buy a book?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go. Get back there. The books await you.
What type of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
Right, I'll take a look
She
at them.
smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Farewell for now, book peddler. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, wait, there was somebody... Oh, wait, that's the kid. We got her in. Nice.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
Out of the rain and into the gutter.
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
You have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
What is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
A detective hat?
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
I see you around, Annette. Yeah, we got a hat now, boys. +1 to encyclopedia, nice. Oh god, we look like an arsehole. I love that. The national recipes of Arda. They're all about lake trout. But let's not spend too much time just looking at the books. Let's actually make some progress this stream. Alright, I should probably catch up.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
The exact thing we're investigating is a security guard for like the local company was lynched and hanged in a tree, and we're pretty sure it was the union that did it. But
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
examine the strange cage-like
You
trinket.
see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Huh.
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
And who are these Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Sorry about that. Oh, you've played this game. Yeah, you failed the stat check and left him there. Yeah. I almost pulled his head off. Shopkeep, what's behind these curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Why does it seem like she's trying to hypnotize me or some shit?
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you.
Oh, because that's what she's trying to do.
Books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Power of books compels you, indeed. Let's just pull open the curtains. We're an asshole, let's
As
do it.
you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is about the curse. Why are you afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
I sense the place calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
I'll think about it for a while.
Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
What sort of weird ritual shit has she got back
there?
there?
Go see what she has to say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Let's ignore them for now. Let's speak to her.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Why are you so uptight about those curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
She's using some sort of ritual spell bullshit to try and sell her books.
She recites it like it's a poem, or like she's playing a role she's grown tired of. She's so tense, it's a miracle she hasn't slept in half yet.
It's just a storage room, then why does it have a 70s ward protecting it?
It's just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Ned mentioned the previous students having experienced some financial troubles.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Yeah, let's do some paranormal fucking cases. Should I guess I could investigate, see if the curse is real?
Certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
Yeah, there's something particularly just pathetic about black magic financials.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Drama medium 10 convinces us to investigate the doomed commercial area.
Slither up to her. you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I've returned from the void, a paradetective from a long line of paradetectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
I admit I've had my fair share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
The wards brought me here in the first place. The 70s blood also runs through me.
You're part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate guides us. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. The Phantoms are no match for me.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Hand on your heart, on my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity. Close your eyes, for I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there.
You have a literal squatter just like living in your chimney.
Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
Yeah, fuck this. Fuck this, like, hanging thing. This is way more fun.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
15%?
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
Oh. I had other questions.
Looks aloof. Her feature.
Farewell for now. Let's look behind the curtains.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange...
Pull them open, let's go.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Simonese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
This kid's gonna fail at this guy. Say, look, man. I arrived here, I drank for 3 days, lost all my memories, lost my badge, lost my gun. I didn't bother to take the body down. We might as well take on the paranatural case.
Oh!
What we got in here? Ghostly silhouettes of hairdryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. It does look a bit like David Bowie, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks a bit like David Bowie.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed-out, dark echo.
Unlock the door with the key.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Open the door and enter. No, Kim was just going along with this. Oh, Kim has something to say.
What is this place?
Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Well, there's a reason why no one's been here for ages.
Because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
You're no fun, Kim. But let's get our flashlight out. Sand is dripping from a punch bag. Guess that's still like a literal sandbag. Poster says Citius Fortis, the rest is worn off. What is this? Shot put ball. Hey! We can replace the ball that we tossed into the ocean with that. Ball used for playing shot put. If ever past time felt leech out, you feel like you should hold on to this and make good use of it. Sell such a beautiful old school sports equipment would be a sin.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Yo, we're not just gonna, like, Olympic lift 60 kilograms. We're an old, drunk, worn-out fucking officer. Okay, it's a trap, there are no collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of boss would remove the collars?
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Oh, but it's a white check. I can do it multiple times. Let's go. Let's try.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form.
Fuck you, stupid
Weightlifting
barbell.
was never my favorite either.
We took it down to morale as well.
At the station gym, I mean. I prefer running. It clears your head.
Okay, let's leave. Worn out wall bars to look and say. Ooh. Whoop. Wait. We had something to think. It smells like leather and sweat. Always blocked by old window panes and debris. They bought this entire building just for that little storefront. Wild animal statue in the dark, stuffed and mounted. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Airship rotors covered with spidery webs that remind you of blades. A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. What's in here? Hey, got some money. Oh, we were just thinking. There we go. Where are the clothes it used to display? Go further up. What have we got in here? What is this?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic.
Oh god, people using this to play D&D.
Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
Gonna be welkin, Ken.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. Jeez. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin, to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
One of them. Let's do that.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
What are these creatures? You drew them. Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Oh, it's worse than D&D. It's game devs. I don't want to spend so much time on this.
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Well, this has been educational.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
Between this and the, not D&D books done in the bookstore, I feel like the guys who made this game might have put a little bit of themselves in here.
You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world.
Yeah.
A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
What is D&D? Or Wirral?
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid. The grand
Yeah, they're
scheme of
definitely
production
devs.
and money.
Sprints, they were using agile development.
It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Mini-Me stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Reading what
As
happened.
time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune Out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe.
Ah, they were making like a campaign setting.
The full text reads, "Heat Death of the Universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Interesting.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Yes, no, it's the voiceover. I was like, hey, oh, come in, how did your stream go? Yeah, let's turn it
The
on.
machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
That was a short stream? Oh. Good to hear it went out, though. Let's press play.
Nothing happens. Something's missing. There's no tape in the player.
See, press play.
Nothing happens.
Okay. So we need to find the other bits of it. What's here? Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth bitten. Hey, even more money. You take this. Production schedule, filament memory. Hey! Steel rotor blades bearing a Slipstream logo. Skis with Slipstream printed on the laminated top layer.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
So at the production schedule,
like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play again.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What's the production
The
schedule?
filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean the glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Password? I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Why did you call me Fortress
Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
Also, etc.
Any other questions?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Oh wait, actually.
Tiles on the cube.
Press.
Nothing happens.
Okay. So what? Oh, we leveled up. Oh, what should we level up? Maybe empathy. We suck at empathy. Let's level up empathy. Scribbled across the notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Oh, that was a door. Didn't mean to go through that. Wait, where the fuck are we now? Ah. Oh, is this the... Oh, more money. Nice. Magnesium. Boost our morale with that. Nice. Dogs are going nuts outside. I hope that's not picking up too much.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
I want a fridge like this, man.
The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
Okay, that's less cool. What is this thing? Looks like a giant ice
The
bear.
lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Let's crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim, it's a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note from
You
the door.
pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Someone with ice cream wrappers in there.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
They tried to sell ice cream from the cyber carnival.
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Close the door. Okay, let's take a look in here. What have we got? Chocolate ball, the handkerchiefs, yeah, all that shit. Interact, here we go. Handwritten note from the fridge. Handwritten note found on the giant iceberg fridge still bears some marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that were used to secure it to the refrigerator door.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Huh.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
It's illiterate ginger kid. That must be...
Really?
Kuno.
You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Yeah, the shit kid. I was really disappointed that I didn't have a blunt instrument when I spoke to him the first time. Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the iceberg fridge.
Let's put the note away.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
What is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only death.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying, or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure, kid, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Those voices I heard, maybe it's a malignant entity.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
Let's try yelling hello into the furnace.
You muster all your strength and yell. Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak. The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
Let's kick it with upper foot. Oh, god damn it.
The hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Here we go. What do we got here? Ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged. Flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. But how do we get through? Oh, there we go. Two rusty rifles are hidden above piping. They're looking operable.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
There's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay, later, did you? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, let's take a look inside.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Inspect the
Most
rifles.
of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
What does this mean, right?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Him likes guns. And now we got antique Bowmangraph rifle. It's a 4-shot bolt-action military rifle with wooden frame. Maybe old soldier man can tell us something about this. So what's this? Frozen ice cream maker that's still running. This is the one we're looking at.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Try to crack
You
open the
slip
lid.
your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too... No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time.
Yeah, hand cranked.
If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there, you can equip it to a held slot.
Wait, is this done? Breakthrough imminent. Okay. Wait, also, what was that?
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 side. Huh. Okay, and we had... Let's try this. Pry bar.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner
Pry
on
bar
top
not strong
and
enough.
an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Interesting, so this pry bar's not going to cut it. At all. Where is the super pry bar indeed? So it's Nosifed and money. What we got here?
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black. It's not like this. It's the red one.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
And unplug the red cable
An
as well.
electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Okay, let's leave. We'll just wait for that to defrost eventually, I guess. What we got here? Insane mesh tank top. +1 drama. Apparently. Okay. Where did you even get that one? No, really. Who put it in the drawer? No further comments. Wear it at your own risk. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. Oh. Store out. Oh, okay, this leads back here. Interesting. Oh, we might as well go check out some other shit down here. I'm sure we will get it from someone eventually. I wonder if I even need it if I just like leave the freezer to
This
defrost.
orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner.
Yeah, the ice
and
around
an
it slowly
electric
melting.
Freezer. That you slip your fingers under the frozen lid. No. This, if you want to...
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory.
Thought I had the pry bar still equipped, but oh well. Yeah, we'll just wait for it to melt. Don't need a super pry bar. It's frozen shut, we've unplugged it. Okay, what we got here now?
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pesantic.
Hold on, I don't know what Kadran mosaic tiles are supposed to look like.
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
Okay, what am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for
Unclear.
what?
It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
So we're dealing with something medical here.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
But who's the Game Master?
Someone very important. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
It's a game and who's
Whoever
playing?
decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6
Oh
zones
God.
would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda,
just hit me.
Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara.
It's a fucking ARG.
There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Cost of air with the loan must have been huge.
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Oh, wait. Kim has something to say.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
It's a failed business. Only question is what the hell were they making?
Yes, that is the question.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Yeah. Has anyone ever done this
Not
before?
to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
Are the plans
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Yeah, basically. This was a role-playing game?
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Yeah, exactly. It's Baldur's Gate, but without proper computers. What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Oh.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
They were insane if they thought they could do this.
Yes, especially in here. Okay, let's keep moving.
Yes, the curse of bad business ideas. The greatest curse of all.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Hello, I yelled, but it didn't work.
Again, your voice becomes a raspy croak mid-sentence. It's silent in the abandoned office building. No one answers you. Sire, may we suggest something? Think of the yelling into the furnace as a grand performance. Use your chest voice, not your head voice. Sing from the diaphragm. Perhaps it's not such a bad idea. Try it again, son.
Oh. Thank you, drama. Where are we? There we go. But yes, the curse as well. Always the curse. Let's try this again.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Sing from the diaphragm, let's go. Oh goddammit, I still screwed up.
Another pathetic yelp sounds off into the vast darkness of the chimney. You're a little embarrassed you produced it.
Damn it. That one should have been easy. Or 72%, you screw up. Oh well. Going back up, let's go. Back up. No, I don't want to speak to Kim. Try to click on the stairs. There we go. I feel like I've made remarkably little progress with the time I've put into this game so far. Also, is this in-game clock passing in real-time hours? I think it is.
As before, An iron safety. This is directly above the center.
Okay, we got nothing further we can do with that. What's this? Postcard to Delta 51. Sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia-toned. Midtown traffic passes overhead, the ghostly skyscrapers disappear into the beige midday mist. So I'm going somewhere and nowhere at the same time. Yeah. Just getting, like, sidetracked endlessly. Vaporizing from a delta on which this was built. The postcard is prepaid. Okay. She's in a battle box now. Floorboards creak. Is that everything we had to see in here? Okay, I think we're done with this building. I tried checking the shutter, gave me no new options. Oh, did I have a thought around here? No, okay.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner.
I don't want to try hand cranking that in case I destroy the thing that's hidden inside. But what we could try is the intercom.
An old call box with a matrix. East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Slipstream SCA was the Fortress Amsterdam. Oh, with a Rivershore IC. So let's see. We went through the gym. We passed through the hair salon because we saw the main hall building A. I'm assuming that's 24-hour window. Miss Fashion Atelier. We saw Ron's taxi, the rest of the door.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
Okay, we could just keep going.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if you can almost hear them breathe.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
This has been South Building. I didn't see any Tricentennial Electrics. This place is deserted.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice here.
She must be mistaking you for someone else. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, calling back into your life.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course, I guess. Just I've been going through some tough time.
Ever since I came to live here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally meet again.
Forget about what?
She sounds like She's about to cry.
Hello?
She doesn't answer.
Said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
What just happened?
Another seagull passes by.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Alright, it's goodbye then.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Ron's taxi.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
Famous fashion atelier?
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers. You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
The boxing
All you
gym we've been
hear
to.
is static, but no one answers the
River Shore
silence.
City.
No one.
Starring
An
main
off-key melody starts playing up.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid game.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
It's me, I'm investigating the Doom commercial area, just like we
I'm
discussed.
sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
The empty card?
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Yeah, welcome back, Kika.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
How did Valo go? He's still to pinball.
Silence. No one answers your call.
Okay, let's leave. We don't need to bring the whirling and rags. Yeah. Let's speak to Kuno. Also, let's put this fucking... Let's put this torch away, and also equip the pry bar in case we get a chance. Hey, shit kid.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Try once more to figure out where to connect with him.
What's going on? Is an ungovernable youth on your... Like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
God damn it. You must have seen all kinds of things throwing stones. I want to help the RC and bust a murderer.
No!
Kuno, they've almost made you a...
Ease off, see? Kuno always takes the bullet over the hammer.
He'd rather die than work with the justice system.
Kuno doesn't
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at your trash container? It's just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
We get the lock open.
We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage, or...
No, or use a proper wet or?
Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
There's always a crown on the ribbon bow, a light above descending. Kuno's just a shit kid. Went from 3-9 to 15-3. Oh. And yeah, nice. Oh no, the other voice wasn't Kuno. The other voice was the other shit kid behind the fence. Oh, I'm gonna quickly take another short break to go grab another drink. And run a quick ad. Back in a second. Okay, I'm back again. Also gotta get foods? Okay, cool. See you when you're back, Mister. I don't remember seeing this guy before. Oh, this guy, actually.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
2 hours, maybe?
An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet.
Yeah, should I be thinking about this? Drinking hasn't turned out well for me.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade into yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
I'm not licking the rum off the counter.
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together.
Huh. Sorry, I just want to check something. Yeah, it's interesting how different facets of your mind speak to you in this game. I love it. I have electrochemistry telling us we need to be an alcoholic. Okay, let's speak to this guy. Sleeping dog worker, man is sleeping at the table wearing mudcake boots and roll-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads wild pines encircled by the logo of a tree.
A colourful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch.
Oh, what's on his carabiner?
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
inspect the piece of plastic on his carabiner.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Steal it.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook.
And the man?
The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick.
Does the lieutenant see me?
No, he's looking the other way. Perhaps purposefully.
Steal the document.
You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. Just for the record, you look nothing like the man on the document.
Swipe the pocketbook and take what's inside.
You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It feels nice and greasy. Yum yum. Money. Think of all the things you can buy with this. The synapses in your brain fire with glee.
Where's the carabiner?
The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
Let's pick up the headache
man
pills.
does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Let's unfuck our morale and our health a little bit, actually.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Okay, let's leave. That's what we got here. Dock worker shift guard. Standard issue dock worker shift guard, doubling as worker's permit. The bottom left corner holds a picture of a man this item used to belong to. Two of you look nothing alike, just so you'd know. Find booze and drink it. Second food feels really bad. Take the edge off. Add a bottle of alcohol, put it in your hand, and the magic will happen on its own. Okay. Speak to this dude. What about money, you know? Okay.
Can I help you?
By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here. That's a threat. Seen something here at the Whirling Guard I think I need to talk about.
Thing.
So a sign in the mess hall that says it's reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Sounds like the best kind of customers.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even men on strike.
You glance at the clock on the wall behind the manager. Huh.
It's after 4. The sign says reserved starting 4. Why is anyone in the mess hall?
Good question.
They're probably getting drunk or protesting something somewhere. Or laying low after the, lynching.
Why's that?
They probably fucking killed that guy or something, and that's why.
I have a feeling we'll make their acquaintance sooner or later.
Something else I want to ask about.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Is the trash container right back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thanks, asshole. That's what I meant.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? something stirs in you.
I wonder what this
Prod
feeling
at
is.
him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The whirling in rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Yum yum, tell me
He
more.
killed himself.
Maybe I am Krasmazov.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
Yes, let's return
Was
to
there
that.
something you wanted?
We need those keys.
What for? Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Okay, goodbye, asshole.
Hey.
Yo, Rhetoric, what's up?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't
Yeah,
worry,
I'm not great on that
you're
either.
about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind.
Also, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs.
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Oh, do we start building communism? But first, what's communism even
Failure.
about?
It's about failure.
Failure?
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
Da, comrade. Wait, that means I have no comrades.
Now get to work, comrade.
Ooh, Are we gonna go communist? Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, firing squads, you didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Roll your sleeves up further and breathe the pristine air. Finish thought. Okay. Soviet socio-economics. People think communism was some crazy idea that had come up since 40 years ago. A fear that shook the world never to return again. They were right until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He's the big communism builder. Come witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. It's fucking... Let's fucking go. Yeah, let's think about communism. The fucking... What's the word I'm looking for? The proletariat will rise up, my man. I don't know what is in the union box. The mirror. The fuck's Tommy Lee home? Oh, right, that guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all failed, but you can succeed. What we got down here? Oh, this is a kitchen. Dishes are drying the smell of chemicals and pine trees. Money, thank you. The aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hang in there. Who's this?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
Hello, so got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
That's some impressive pots.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I think I need anything else. Stay masculine. What we got
You
here?
see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue.
Wonder where this door leads.
Do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
The winch. Outside. In the backyard. Remember? No? Your fingers do.
There's a winch outside on the roof, like that of a small elevator.
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
The door in the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation. Let's
If
go.
you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe.
Try to push the door.
The door does not budge.
Let's speak to God about this bullshit.
Can I help you?
So this
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There was some serious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Show what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. and I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit. Your body is ready, sire.
Okay, goodbye. Right. Also, this totally appears to be tracking like 1 minute in real time is 1 minute in game time, so that's interesting. What time did the police knock off again? They say 9 o'clock.
Yes?
Tell me about the case again.
What do you want to know?
Good. Seems to be following me.
Excuse me?
I think
You
it's an
have
observation.
a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
In other words, we walk like a character in a video game.
Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things.
That's racist. I don't prioritize containers.
Interesting.
I'm sure you don't. It's just a stupid interdepartmental thing. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Yeah, let's leave. God, I'm really wasting my time on some bullshit with this fucking case.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vartna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect.
Oh, this is Otherworld asbestos. Wonderful.
Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid palettes, easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
We didn't figure out what the purpose of that was. Okay. Oh, that's the roof. That's why I can't go up there. Alright, can we rotate the camera? No, it wasn't this game. We can't rotate the camera, right? Yeah, no. Controls? No. Oh, nice. Roasting a chicken. Sounds great. Love me some roast chicken, personally.
This trash container is locked. The sliding
side's
lid
got going
has a
with it.
padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Open the padlock.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
What's this?
Just a feeling. A warning from some part of you.
Open the
The
lid.
smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Probably not great when I'm severely hungover, hey?
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Look into the box.
You see milk, an egg rest with one broken egg in it, some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
Used to what, dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Oh, okay. Dive further.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Look at the rest.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Think someone from the Whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
I mean, you ask the kids who put them here.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
The mug, I'm getting that
you
mug.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug.
Mm-hmm.
Got a racist mug. Let's go. Search the food
It's
waste.
just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey.
I'm glad I've got gloves.
What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Take it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Ah, it's the smart police documents.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
I think I don't want to be a cop anymore. That's why I had to flush my cop life down the toilet.
Well, lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. Organized crime and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes.
I'll do that.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it.
Let's take a look here. Yellow man mug. It's Broken monk somewhere its way into the whirling rags dumpster depicts a person of Samoan descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers. Buck-toothed and grooming feeble-mindedly. Oh jeez. Seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique. Damaged ledger. The ledger's found its way into the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Have a closer look. Maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes in the case. How do we do this again? Oh, interact.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it out for us.
Inspect the toilet paper.
It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want.
Maybe it's kitchen tissue. They look exactly
If you
the same.
want it to be kitchen tissue, it can be kitchen tissue. It's not, though. It's toilet paper.
Take it off.
Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger, and voila, the ledger now looks marginally better.
They recorded a fuck ton of voiceover lines for this game. That the fact that I took the fucking toilet that I was like, maybe the toilet paper is actually kitchen tissue, that changed this voice line. Good God. Inspect the clip.
An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip.
Run your finger across the aluminium.
The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside the right circumstances.
Hey, Lieutenant, what's the
What?
sticker?
That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
Maybe how can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Like, for example?
All RCM vehicles have headlights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
Sick.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
That's all, thank you.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight.
Where's the white papers?
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. What do you mean? Is that all?
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week is going to be my load, although I'm not completed them all.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
I burned out, alright.
That's okay. We all do, sooner or later.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
That's it?
The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten strap of cardboard. Everything prior to this must have belonged to a previous volume. In short, there was more.
Does it mention a naming convention?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name.
Name.
A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples.
Oh my, they're written in capital letters too.
Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case.
More?
Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the hookah parlor. Even the rare article-free collapsing tenement. Murder features prominently throughout. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Tim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
No, I mean a non-numeric one with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
Seem to have named a case the Square Bullet Hole Murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself.
I love Kim. Kim's great.
I pray his loved ones never find out.
Nice. Welcome back, Renessa. Kim is fantastic. Like, he gives very little shits. What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
How'd the chicken come out? Good? I have to open up an official case. Is there really?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper using the pen Lena gave you.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple, a language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place.
Cross out the ones you've already
A
finished.
satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. You're a swashbuckler with that pen, Harry, and it feels good. Feels like completion. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the Citizens Militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man, the Furies are at home in the mirror. Setting sun, shit on a stick. Let's go with the Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You
this
don't
case
exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Yeah, I know. I was also kind of thinking about the Furies at home in the mirror, but... Browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What type of forms are these?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
Chicken's great, that's great. Did you make any sides with the chicken?
You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Field
A
autopsy.
dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Station call.
These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
Ooh. We can find people and then pocket the money. What's a mashed potatoes? Nice.
But they appear pleasantly vague. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paperwork must have spared the fragile copier paper.
We're gonna read the case files now?
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural.
At HTB41, weren't those officer precincts?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
It's an HTB.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
I think something just called me Harry earlier as well. Was it Logic? I don't know what to say to that.
I got nothing here either. Logic really isn't the best faculty to have this conversation with. But it's the one you got. So sorry.
How long does it take to read a case?
It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start?
Let's try the Next World Mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne. Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class." People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case.
I had a partner?
The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the Belletras have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Wait, do I ever find out who came up with it?
The case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
Okay, read on.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options.
Huh. So what was the mural again? True love is possible only in the next world for new people. It's too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. Fuck it, I'm going with communism. I'm going to say it's right. Let's go.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority. And that love truly is possible in the next world for new people. And it is too late for us.
What remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class.
In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter. And agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next?
I can revisit
Not
this.
much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Look at the clipboard.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
Shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment?
Oh.
It's something small inside. Light, made of paper or cardboard. Or dried flowers, perhaps. Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Oh, peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands, U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Smell the ledger.
The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner. You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
No, so we already talked about dunked it in the toilet.
If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash, why are you sniffing it?
Maybe it's my fetish, motherfucker. Yeah, ever think of that?
Garbage toilet stink is not your fetish, and you know it. Your nose does not fucking like this.
This is getting weird and hostile. Sorry, nose. Let's move on.
Your nose is somewhere between grateful and resentful.
Oh, that's brilliant. We'll put that ledger away. Let's take a look at the racist mug.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
It's quite a lot to read into here, actually. Look at all that content.
Oh boy. Here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
Mug is an example of prejudice. I'm going to use an example of what not to do.
But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? Or do some volunteering work. Just finish your case, detective.
Anyway, explore the whirling secret passages. With the clothes in the trash. Read the watermarks. What we got? Oh, we got level up. Let's see. Put some into your spirit box. This game pokes fun at everything. What's happened? It's like, are you for real? Yeah, I know, right? Slight changes in clothes. Okay. Yeah, it's been 3.5 hours. I actually need to get dinner, so I'm actually gonna save here, and I think we're gonna raid. Okay. Yeah, okay, so thank you to everybody who came by. Thanks to all the new people. Thanks again for the sub, Renessa, and also sticking around for like most of the stream. Great to see someone new. And also Kicker, thank you for sticking around. And everybody else who dropped in and dropped out. Great to hear you enjoyed it. Okay. And I think I know who we're going to raid. Going to raid Naomi, who I think is playing Stardew Valley right now. She's cool, Polish VTuber. She made her own model. So yeah, stop by and enjoy her stream if you've got time. Again, thank you to everybody. And I'll see you next time, maybe. Oh wait, before I end, I do have a Twitter you can post when I go live, and I've also got a Discord which you can join. Keep on forgetting to actually mention that. Yeah, let's see. And really needs to make a raid message at some point, but yeah, okay, great. Thanks everybody. See you next time, maybe, if you want to come by again.